Hello students, so we were doing this topic which is cleaning Shahabad tile with dilute hydrochloric acid. So let us again go through the first point, which was the chemical composition of Shahabad tile is mainly calcium carbonate. So it is Ca, okay, and carbonate is CO3, okay, CaCO3. So we know the name itself as it is saying that it is HCl, right? And you have calcium carbonate. All right, so that will be total altogether. If you will add, then what will happen? There will be a chemical reaction. All right, so during its cleaning with hydrochloric acid, the upper layer of the tile reacts with hydrochloric acid and three products are formed. One of them is calcium chloride, that is CaCl2, with which is being soluble in water gets washed away with water. And the second product in carbon dioxide is carbon dioxide, obviously, and its bubble makes up in the air. And the third product is water, which mixes with water. The following equation can be written. So the equation, which is calcium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid, will give you calcium chloride plus carbon dioxide and water. So you know the chemical formula also, so you can actually write it in the form of chemical formula as well. All right, so let's talk about softening of hard water. So for example, when you have wells, okay, and also uh, where you can actually see when you boil the water, there is a white color of layer form inside the utensil when you boil the water. So this means that is a very hard water, okay, and your skin becomes very rough when you take bath through or in hard water, okay. So some wells or tube wells have hard water and it is brackish to taste and does not form lather with soap. बहुत ही मतलब झाग बनेगा ही नहीं, इतना hard होता है water. So this is because of hard water contains the chloride and sulfate salts of calcium and magnesium in dissolved state. All right, it is because याद रखना हमेशा chloride and sulfate salts of calcium and magnesium, that is calcium chloride or calcium sulfate or magnesium chloride or magnesium sulfate, all salts. All right, so to soften the hard water, a solution of washing soda is added to it, and this results in chemical reaction to form a precipitate of insoluble carbonate salt of calcium and magnesium. And as the dissolved salt of calcium and magnesium go out in the form of precipitate of the carbonate salts, the water is softened. And the following equation can be written for the chemical change, which is, what equation is calcium chloride plus sodium carbonate will give you calcium carbonate plus sodium chloride, and the chemical equation is CaCO2 plus NaCO2 will give you CaCO3 plus NaCl. So when you will write the word and chemical equation, you have to remember that the reactants are on the uh, left hand side, product is on right hand side. All right, now let's talk about chemical bond, which is very important. So it is you must have seen that atom, ठीक है. अब वो atom में you have a nucleus and based on the their electronic number you have the electrons present in the atom. So how there is a bond formation between two atoms, this we have to learn. Again I'm saying, please revise your first to 20 atomic numbers and the elements. So valency of an element in the chapter inside the atom, we have already studied this chapter, so you have to again revise it. So noble gases do not form any chemical bond as their electron octet or duplet is complete, while the atoms with incomplete electron octet or duplet are from chemical bonds. So noble gases have electron in the outermost shell, they have a complete octet, yani ki 8 electrons are present in the outermost shell. This means that noble gas does not need any other addition of the electron because they are noble and their last shell is completely filled. So that is why, so because the electrons are completely filled in the last shell, it is called as your noble gas. So reason for this is that the atom uses its valence electron during formation of chemical bond. तो chemical bond के formation में कौन क्या participate कर रहा है, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जो लास्ट शेल में प्रेजेंट है, ठीक है. सो मोर ओवर यानी कि वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन, मोर ओवर ऑन फॉर्मिंग केमिकल बॉन्ड्स इक्वल टू इट्स वैलेंसी, द एटम अटेन्स द इलेक्ट्रॉन कॉन्फिगरेशन ऑफ कंप्लीट, डुप्लेट और ऑक्टेट. ऑलराइट, So number one, the bond which is formed is one of it is ionic bond. So let's talk about ionic bond. So the chemical bond formed due to an electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged cation and anion is called as ionic bond or the electrovalent bond. So cat is positive. This is how you should remember. It is called as cation. तो आपका जो H plus है, H plus is a cation. All right, or you can say anion if you want to talk about, then Cl minus. Okay, Na again, Na plus, your cation. Cat is positive. This is how you have to remember. And anion will be again Cl minus or OH minus. All right. So the compound formed by means of one or more ionic bonds is called as ionic compound. So over here, as you can see, NaCl, NaCl. Now basically यहाँ पर हो क्या रहा है? The thing is, you have sodium and the atomic number is 11 and for chlorine it is 17. So how are you going to distribute? First shell will have 2, second shell will have remaining how many? 8, and last shell will have only 1 electron, which is denoted as pink color, right? And in chlorine, same thing. What will happen is, in first shell 2, because we know the maximum capacity of K shell is 2, right? L is 8, M is your 18, and then 32, right now? So now if you will see here what we have seen, so here in this case, for sodium to attain a noble gas configuration, यानी कि लास्ट शेल में 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं सपोज, तो हमको एक ऐसा स्टेट चाहिए जहाँ पे लास्ट शेल में 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो. तो सोडियम क्या करेगा, अपना जो 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन है उसे वो बाहर निकाल देगा, वो डोनेट कर देगा. किसको? क्लोरीन को. और क्लोरीन ये 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सेप्ट भी कर लेगा. क्यों? बिकॉज क्लोरीन के फर्स्ट शेल में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं, सेकेंड इलेक्ट्रॉन में 8 and last electron में 7. all right, so it needs just one more electron to obtain a octet stability, यानी कि 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन. एक एटम स्टेबल हो जाएगा जब उसके पास लास्ट शेल में कम से कम 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो, जिसे हम कहते हैं ऑक्टेट स्टेबिलिटी. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा, Na will give the electron to chlorine and chlorine will accept it. So sodium will have how many electrons? It will have 2 plus 8. It will be 10. But because it is releasing 1 electron, it will become positive. Why? Because number of electrons and number of proton are equal in any nucleus. So अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन सोडियम में डोनेट कर दिया तो वो इलेक्ट्रॉन जा रहा है ना, प्रोटॉन तो नहीं जाएगा, बिकॉज प्रोटॉन इज प्रेजेंट इन द न्यूक्लियस. So that is why the thing is, the sodium will become positive and the chlorine, it will accept that electron, so number of electrons will increase. So as a whole the chlorine will become negative, that means anion. And because sodium is just giving away 1 electron, so what will happen, the electron will be less by 1, and in chlorine electron will be more by 1. So you have Na plus Cl minus. Similarly, when we talk about MgCl2, what is happening? So in this case again we know that chlorine will just have 1 electron. It will be needing 1 electron only to obtain the octet stability over here also. And magnesium has 2 electron in the last shell. Okay, so to obtain octet stability, magnesium need to give away the 2 electrons, and these 2, because there are 2 atoms of chlorine, both the atoms of chlorine will accept 1 electron from magnesium. So the formation of this bond will be MgCl2, where Mg will be, because Mg is donating how many electron? 2. So how many protons are extra? It is 2. So that is why we will write 2 plus. And in Cl we are just writing minus, but here 1 is there. Okay, so Cl2 will be like this. So just remember that when we are donating the electron, you just have to mention how much electrons is being given away or accepted. If you're going to release 2 electrons from the last shell, okay, magnesium is giving away 2 electrons, so number of proton will be increased by 2, and it is proton, that is why plus. Cl, it is accepting 1 electron, so 1 electron is extra, and another also same thing, so Mg2 plus. Getting it? And here Cl minus is cation, sorry, anion, and Mg2 plus is cation. All right. Now what is covalent bond? So the chemical bond formed by the sharing of valence electron of 2 atoms with each other is called as covalent bond. So unlike in ionic bond, how it is forming? It is forming due to the charge, because आपको पता है positive repel होता है, positive negative attract होता है. So that was the formation of a bond because of the charge, cation and anion. On the other hand, covalent bond is bond which is it is because of the sharing of electron. All right. So the chemical bond formed by sharing of valence electron of the 2 atoms with each other is called as covalent bond, and one covalent bond is formed by sharing of 2 valence electron. So figure we will see. So here the formation of H2 molecule from 2 hydrogen atoms using diabatic repetition. We will see the diagram first. Always remember that covalent bond is because because of the sharing of valence electron, and the valence electron, you know that the electron present in the outermost shell. So covalent bond between 2 atoms is also represented by dash joining the symbol. So let's see. For example, over here you have one H and another atom of H, and now at least they need 2 shells at least, which is filled. So what they do, they share these 2 electrons among each other, and this is how the bond will be formed. So as you can see, H2, right? So this is how. And also water molecule is also covalent bond. There you can see there are 6 electrons in the valence shell of atom of oxygen, and it means that electron octet is in oxygen is short of 2 electron, and the valency of oxygen is 2. So in H2O molecule, the oxygen atom completes its octet by forming 2 covalent bonds, one each with the 2 hydrogen atoms. While this happens, the duplets of the 2 hydrogen atoms also are compared. For example, now see, you have oxygen atom, so it is 2 in S. K shell has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so it just need 1 or 2. So 6 electrons are present in the outermost shell, 2 electrons are present in the S shell. K shell has 6 electron. So to obtain octet stability अगर हमें चाहिए, तो हमें क्या करना है, हमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ऐड करने हैं ऑक्सीजन में. तो ऑक्सीजन के पास एटम्स कौन से हैं, हाइड्रोजन के हैं, तो वो कितने हाइड्रोजन अपने साथ जोड़ेगा, ऑब्वियसली 2. क्यों? बिकॉज 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए खाली, और एक हाइड्रोजन एटम के पास सिर्फ 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, तो वो 2 हाइड्रोजन जोड़ेगा. सपोज अगर हमें ऑक्सीजन का ऑक्टेट स्टेट बनाने के लिए, हम सपोज हमें किसी कंडीशन में 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए होंगे, तो उस केस में ऑक्सीजन 4 हाइड्रोजन एटम को अपने साथ शेयर करेगा उसके इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. So this is how your H2O molecule is being formed, because there are sharing of electrons. All right. Even H2 hydrogen molecule is also having 2 electrons. At least first shell is filled, even for this hydrogen atom. And now oxygen is also having octet stability. तो आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है कि अगर ऑक्टेट स्टेबिलिटी बड़े बड़े एटम के लिए हो गया, छोटे एटम के लिए एटलीस्ट एक शेल कंप्लीट होना चाहिए. तो उनके लिए एस शेल अगर कंप्लीटली फिल है, कोई भी शेल अगर कंप्लीटली फिल है, तो वो स्टेबल है. ठीक है. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दिस चैप्टर. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस चैप्टर. Any doubt, please let me know, and keep studying because you're going to have your exam very soon.